Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how I style my hair. Loads of people have either emailed or commented on the blog about how I curl my hair. Is it curly, naturally curly, is it straight, what colour I use. I actually use a tint on my hair, Goldwell 8B, so that's the colour I use, ladies. You mix it up yourself, half and half peroxide. I use 30 volume peroxide on mine, so I forgot to add that in. My roots need doing a little bit, but I'm holding out for Christmas, so I hope you enjoy the video. Be warned, it's not all pretty. So I'm talking about the TRX2 cream for your hair. It's a hair thickening cream. I've actually just used mine in the front area here that's going thin. I don't need it all over, but it was sent to me to try, and I'm quite impressed with how it's puffed this front bit up a little bit. It's just pumped it up a little bit, made it look a little bit thicker. It's really getting quite thin in this area. So that's what this is all about, really. There's a lot more information about this cream on the blog, so do take a look there as well. If you feel that your hair's getting too thin and you need some help, that would be a good cream to use. Okay, so enjoy the video. Okay, so I've washed my hair. I like to use these Aquis towels. The material's really good. They're not like normal toweling. They're an extra like sucky up cloth, and they take out half the drying time apparently, and they do. They're really good. My hair's quite thick, it takes ages to dry, and these do a good job. Anyway, throw that down there. Right, I've washed my hair. I don't normally comb it through or anything. I normally just lounge around for around half an hour to let it dry off a bit, and then I get the hair dryer. But today I'm going to comb my fringe, because this is where I want to put the hair thickening cream, because it's this area around here where I feel my hair's thinned out a little bit. So I'm just going to put a little bit on there. So here's the cream. It's not a really thick cream, it's more like a milky consistency. And I'm just going to, you can see it's quite runny. I'm going to just add some to the roots there and comb it through. I've used it a couple of times and I've been quite impressed, so I'm hoping this works. And for any of you ladies out there that have got thin hair and you'd like to thicken it up a little bit, this could do the trick for you. Alright, so I'm just going to brush that in a little bit, massage it. I feel it's the root that I would need mine. You can comb it right through to the ends if you want to. Right, and now I'll start on with the drying. I've got heated rollers plugged in because that's what I use. It doesn't take me long to style my hair at all. It's really quite a simple process. I've got my trusty hair dryer that I'll be using. This is quite good. It's an Andrew Barton dryer. Sometimes I use turbo dryer from the hair wholesalers. I think they're very good. But I came across this one and I was really impressed. It's quite powerful. So yeah, I'm impressed with that. So now I'm going to get on with the drying. So I don't comb it or anything. All I do, I'm going to take this nozzle off actually for a minute. Just to let you know, I always have my head upside down when I'm drying my hair. Sometimes I use a hooded dressing gown, so you put the hood on and it acts like a hood that you'd have at the hairdressers, you know, in the olden days when you're having your hair set. And I just feel that minimises the drying time. So it's like going under a hairdryer hood. Today I'm just going to stand up, bend over and dry it off. Lots of hair falling out. Right, now it's nearly dry. I'm going to put the nozzle on. There's only a couple of parts of my hair that I actually concentrate on styling. So, hair clip. Just for the fringe. I use one of these round bristle brushes. It's quite large. Does my fringe perfect actually. These little bristles, they grab the hair nicely. You get a nice So this heat from the dryer on this fine bit here with the cream, that will help work the cream through the hair as well. So I'll warm it up, and as I'm brushing it, it'll pull it through. that take? 5-10 minutes? Right. Yeah. I can feel the cream is in there, but it doesn't feel tacky or sticky. It's actually, I'm going to give it one more go over there. Yeah, that's better. That just wasn't smooth enough. Yeah, it's okay. I'll have to try using this on the mother. She'll be quite excited about this because her hair's getting quite thin. As we age, our hair thins. It's just the way it is. Our hair follicles die off as we get older. We end up with less hair. I've got half the hair now to what I had when I was younger. My hair used to be so unmanageable because it was huge. I find it's a lot better now. I don't want it to get much thinner, but as I say, this piece around here is definitely getting thinner, so this cream hopefully will do the trick. Anyway, right, time to put the rollers in. Here are my ancient rollers. These are actually boots. I get on with these quite well. I do like the really old Carmen heated rollers, the really old retro ones, you know, nigh on vintage. If you can find them on eBay, even better. They work brilliant. A lot of places now, they don't make heated rollers like they used to. You don't get the heat. The rollers are either too big or they're too small. These for me are perfect. I hope they don't stop making these actually, because then I would be buggered. Anyway, I'm going to show you how I put the rollers in. So, put my towel on my lap because this is hot. Take the lid off. Now I use a different brush to put my rollers in. I use normal, it's a Denman, just straight box standard hairbrush. So I start at the back here. Just take little sections. Use a large roller. If your hair's long, zigzag it, and it stops it all from spewing over the sides. Always put the pin in the opposite direction. So if you roll in that way, the pin goes that way. If you was rolling it forward, the pin would go backwards. Always the opposite direction, and that's what will help keep your roller in place. Right, let's grab some of that. As I say, there's not really anything majorly special about doing my hair. I've had so many of you ask me, how do you do your hair? Well, now you know, and you know it's not that special. Just drop the pin. Right, okay, so there's two large ones in there. I'll do one straight across at the back. Then I'll go for the next size down. Can you see that? Right, so I'm going under, grab the end, zigzag so it doesn't all come over the edges. Get my pin. The pin will go the opposite way. I split my hair down the middle at the back. You can normally feel if you've got too much hair. You don't want your sections to be too thick. One of the most important things about putting rollers, heated rollers in, or tonging actually, a good idea is to always let the curl cool down. So when I take these out, I won't brush it until I know for sure it's really cooled down. And that's how to keep it in. It doesn't get chance to set if you brush it out and your hair's still hot from the rollers. You will lose half of your curl. So the next roller, then I turn that to the side. I'll try and work a little bit in each direction so it's quite even. I know it sounds knotty and I'm quite lazy. I should comb it really before I dry it. So that's going back, that roller is going back, the pin goes forward. I'm going to look lovely once the rest of these are in, so be warned. Right, so some more roller. When you set your hair, you use rollers or tongs. Sometimes, once it's dry, some hairspray is handy to put on that can help set and hold it. Help curl it more. You can buy all sorts of lotions and potions to help curl your hair nowadays. But I like the old-fashioned ways. I find they work, so. I never roller all of my fringe. Sometimes I tong it. Sometimes I put a large roller in the front. Sometimes I tong it. Sometimes I just leave it. I'm pulling the hair forward, roll the ends in, it's going back, so the pin comes to the front. Everyone's doing their Christmas shopping. I've done none and here I am doing a video. Oh well. Yeah, I'm going to put a roller in this one today and I'm going to grab that pin that I dropped. So there you go. Oh look, we've missed a bit. I often miss pieces. Sometimes I just have the tongs at hand for any little touch-ups that I want to do. There you go. Make a cup of tea. Right, hello. I'm back. My rollers have cooled down. So now I'm going to take the rollers out. So, fringe first. Always do it slowly. Don't pull them out, just let them fall out. So the curl's still there. And then when I've taken the rollers out, all of them, I'll still leave it for a couple of minutes so that any heat just gives it all a chance to cool down, because like I said, if you start running your fingers through it or the brush through it, you're going to lose some of your curl if it's still quite warm. Actually feels nice and soft. I've used a bog standard shampoo on my hair today. It's actually Tesco's value, 50p a bottle. I don't worry about what shampoos I use on my hair. It's the conditioner I like to use, it's most important. I don't have to worry about my hair colour fading, because it's quite fair. Different for you ladies with red hair, you need special shampoos to keep that in. And I've used the Tresemme conditioner just on the ends, so it's nothing majorly special. It doesn't cost a fortune. It costs very little actually. Right, so they're nearly out. It's all curly. This is how I do my hair all the time, by the way. Nothing's changed. That's how I do it every time I wash it. So many of you have asked how I curl my hair. Sometimes I tong it, but it gives a flatter effect if I don't want it to be. I like my hair to be full. So if you want full hair, heated rollers are brilliant for that. If your hair doesn't hold in, spray your hairspray over, leave it for a minute, put your fingers through it, style it, spray it again. If you're going out in the damp, even more layers of hairspray, because it won't go rock hard if you're not too close, and all the time you're out in the damp will just be eating the hairspray up rather than your hair, ruining your hair. So it's a good idea to do that if your hair doesn't hold the curl. Right, now, what I do now, I don't brush my hair anymore. I will if the front's not right. I might run some tongs through it, but I don't often have to do that. Quite liking how much thicker that's looking with that cream, so I'm pleased about that. So be warned, there's going to be a lot of hair. This is all I do. Sometimes I just tip my head upside down. Right, so I'll leave that for a minute. It's very curly at the minute, but give it 5 or 10 minutes. And I'll just run the fingers through it a lot firmer, and it will relax it quite a bit more. So sometimes if I want it really curly, I'll leave it like this. The back will be curly. I don't know if you can see that. Just those rollers. Quite simple. Right. There'll be a lot more information on the blog post about the cream, by the way. Don't feel that I've gone into much detail about that. This is just a normal, straightforward, layered haircut, by the way. Most of you ladies that straighten your hair and you have layers in, you'll get exactly the same effect if you use rollers. It's just long layered hair. There you go, all done. It was that simple. It took me about half an hour to do my hair. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you have a go at styling the curls and maybe using rollers. Any questions you'd like to ask, just leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. Any advice that you'd like, if I can help I will. Okay, bye.